The city, currently named Izmit and formerly named Nicomedia, was founded in 264 BC by the king of Bithynia, Nicomedes I, along the end of the Gulf of Izmit. The name Nicomedia means the city of King Nicomed. Before Nicomedia was founded, there was an Astakos settlement at the southern end of the Gulf of Izmit. As far as we know, Astakos was founded in 712 BC by Hellenic immigrants from Megara, Hellas. The Hellenes began to colonize Anatolia in the 8th century BC. Because their homeland was a rugged, mountainous, scattered geography consisting of islands and peninsulas, they could do limited activities, such as animal breeding or agriculture, and they could not feed their increasing population sufficiently. This colonization was based on the principle of urbanization by capturing the coastal regions of Anatolia suitable for settlement, mostly through battles and sometimes by agreements. According to a Hellenic legend, the name of the city of Astakos was given due to the large number of lobsters, istakos, in the Gulf of Izmit. When the immigrants from Megara came to the Gulf of Izmit and founded the city of Astakos, the indigenous people of the region were the Byzantines, who were a Thracian tribe and lived a migratory life. As a matter of fact, Bithynia, which was the ancient name of Kocaeli, geographically meant the country where Byzantines lived. Byzantines arrived in this region around 1200 BC. Before this mark, it is thought that the Luwians, who are known to speak the oldest Indo-European language, lived in the region. The city of Astakos, which was founded by the Megarans by invading the region in 712 BC, gained its independence after a while and started to mint currencies to their names. On one side of these coins is Olbia, a probable local goddess, and on the other side is a lobster. In the 5th century BC, Astakos joined the Attica-Delos Union and became part of the city-state of Athens. During this period, since the city was devastated due to the struggles against the Bithynians and Persians, population reinforcement was made from Kadikoi and Athens. The Bithynians, on the other hand, passed from nomadic life to settled life in time and became a state under the leadership of King Bias in the 4th century BC, and established the kingdom of Bithynia. Thus, the effort to seize Astakos had increased. As a result of these efforts, King Nicomedes I captured Astakos and rebuilt it in the region where today's Izmit is located by moving the city with its current population instead of settling in the city. Although it is estimated that Nicomedes I wanted to establish a new city due to reasons such as the difficulty of defending Astakos and the health problems brought about by the marshes around it, it is understood that he tried to legitimize this work by linking it to a religious legend due to ancient beliefs. According to this legend, Nicomedes wanted to celebrate his victory by offering sacrifice to Poseidon, the god of seas and earthquakes, after capturing Astakos. While the king and his companions were offering sacrifice to Poseidon in a temple, an eagle came out of the sky and a snake came from the ground and tried to eat the sacrificial animal. The eagle came from the air and the snake from the land to the hill where Orhan neighbourhood in today's Izmit was established, and they disappeared there. The priests interpreted this event as Poseidon wanting the city of Astakos to be re-established on the opposite shore. Thereupon, Nicomedes established the city to be the capital of the kingdom of Bithynia on the opposite shore. In fact, this city-building method, known as synikismos, in ancient times was common. So what is synikismos? It means to unite all the people living in a region under one city. It is understood that Nicomedes I united the Byzantine tribes in Bithynia and the Hellenes in Astakos in the same city while establishing the city of Nicomedia. Thus, Nicomedia came into the stage of history with a multicultural identity where Hellenic and Thracian cultures blended. Nicomedia was established to meet the requirements of being the capital within a plan, and became an important cultural centre by growing and developing in a short time. Since the last king of Bithynia had no heir to abdicate his throne in 74 BC, Roman rule began in Nicomedia with the transfer of his kingdom to the Romans. The city continued to exist as the capital of the Roman Empire's Bithynia province. Bithynia, one of the most important provinces of Rome with its sheltered port, geographical superiority and fertile soil, was ruled by private governors residing in Nicomedia. The most famous of these governors is Pliny, who served at the beginning of the 2nd century AD. Thanks to the letters written by Governor Pliny to the Roman Emperor, we can learn about the zoning activities in Nicomedia of that period. Ancient Nicomedia had a busy and sheltered harbour, a shipyard where ships of various types were produced, agoras, a monumental water fountain called Nymphaeon, and aqueducts that carried water to it, 3 necropoles, a large theatre built on the hill overlooking the city, a magnificent bathhouse and a hippodrome. In addition to these structures, it also had temples dedicated to Demeter, Zeus, Tyche, Hercules, and the emperor cult. Nicomedia was also a famous city that became the centre of industrial activities in that era, with the production of sculptures, pottery, timber, military equipment, etc. In addition to these features, the city also had a strategic advantage as it was located on the highway bridge connecting Asia and Europe. Due to these characteristics, Nicomedia was declared the capital of the Roman Empire in 284 AD by the Emperor Diocletian. In this period, Nicomedia was rebuilt by Diocletian to be equivalent to the city of Rome and experienced the brightest period in its history. The city retained this title until the establishment of Constantinople as the new Roman capital in 333 AD. Nicomedia, which remained in the shadow of Constantinople, was destroyed by a great earthquake disaster on August the 24th, 358 AD, and lost its former glory. Nicomedia, which was not rebuilt to preserve its former glory after the earthquake, gradually began to lose its importance with the development and growth of Constantinople. However, it has never completely lost its importance due to its geographical superiority and fertile lands. Due to these advantages, it continued to be a garrison city that stood out with its sheltered port, factories and food warehouses in the following centuries. Nicomedia became a Turkish city in 1337 AD, when it was conquered by the Ottoman Sultan Orhan Bey.